Hello and welcome to the Knitical Therapy Podcast. I'm Carrie, your host and Knitical therapist. Today is December 19th, 2017, and I'm here today to share with you my knitting progress. So, first of all, I'm Knitical Therapy on Instagram and Ravelry and kwilla on Goodreads. That's where you can find me on the social medias. I have also not put a video out on this channel for a couple of weeks, but if you go over to a new channel called the Knit House Knitters, that's H-A-U-S for the house, you can find my podcast from last week with my friend Lauren. This was our first podcast together. It was really fun. It was really cool to have somebody with me to do the podcasting. So if you want to go check that out, I would really appreciate it. I will link down below. Okay, so let's see. I have been working on a few objects that you have seen before, as well as a few new ones. So first of all, I've got my holiday socks, knit Christmas socks, the Mistletoe Kisses. And this is by Turtle Pearl Yarns in the Mistletoe Kisses colorway. This here is where I was when I recorded with Lauren. But yeah, so I've gotten a little bit of progress. I think it's harder to see the progress when I do two at a time. But those are coming along. That's a pattern by Mina Phillips of the Knitting Expat, and I'm excited actually for the 1st of January because her sock club, her first pattern is coming out in January, and I think I had mentioned I really want to try and stay on top of that, at least cast on a pair of socks for every month. So we'll see. This is my next project I've put some work on. This is my faded hat by Savannah Owens. And you can see maybe there's a little bit of a color change here. These first two colors are pretty close, but I did fade in the second color. And there we go. And that's that. Again, nothing too exciting to say. That's with the leftover Little Evil Goat yarns from my What the Fade shawl. And I just wanted to use up some of the yarn, which I still have some of the first color. So I guess I'll be using it up again in some other project. Let's see, I'll stick with the old works in progress here. I've got the Fault in Our Stars socks in the colorway by Expression Fiber Arts. And I've started the heel. This is the Vanilla is the New Black colorway, and I cannot remember who wrote that pattern. And I mentioned on the podcast with Lauren, I am enjoying, I did the 9-inch circs from the end of the ribbing to the start of the heel, and I really enjoyed that portion. This part, the ribbing, and now that I'm in the heel, I'm back to magic looping because I just was finding with the pearls and increasing and everything, it was not fun to do on the 9-inch circs. So I switched over. I will switch back for the foot to zoom along until the toe, and then I'll switch back to the magic loop and go from there. I do think compared to this sock, my gauge has changed a little bit. I'm not too worried about it because they are going to be on my feet. Hopefully it won't make a huge difference. If it does, I'll honestly probably just rip out the first sock and redo it the way I'm doing the second sock because it was so much more enjoyable. And I think if anything, I like this gauge better if it is noticeably different. So that's that. And I feel like I'm zooming through this, but I am trying to get to work. I have plenty of time, but having a deadline behind me as always makes you feel a little bit more rushed, right? So this is an entirely new pair of socks. This is the Knit Picks Kaleidoscope colorway. And let's see, that side's much better because you can't see the jog of the colors so much. But these socks I cast on Saturday because my fiance Richard said, hey, let's go see Star Wars. We had bought the tickets the night before. So technically I had 24 hours notice of the movie. And I looked at what I was working on and nothing was really quite knit in the dark worthy. My hat was at the point where I was fading, and even if I wasn't, I would have had to fade at some point during the movie. Not gonna happen. The mistletoe socks, any color change, I have to do a little something, and again, that one doesn't really, it's nothing much, but I can't just stop in the middle of the movie and do that. Maybe if I was at home, I could turn the light on, but obviously in the movie theater, you don't have that option. And again, I was at the heel of my other pair of socks, so I was just kind of at a weird point. So I cast these on. When I started the movie, I was just at I think I had done the first row of the blue. And when I came out, I think I had just finished the purple. Since then, I did put a couple more rows. We went for a beer afterwards. So I got a couple more rows while we were talking and nerding out about the movie. And by nerding out, I mean Richard was nerding out and I was playing devil's advocate and having fun with it. So these are on my Carbons size 1, I think. They don't actually have the size on them. I think at one point they may have, but I think it wore off as I used them. I like them. What is it called? Where the needle meets the cord is really nice. It slides on and off really nicely. The only part is right at the end. I always get a couple stitches that I have to kind of like pull over. But I think that's with any needles. I'm not really sure, but otherwise it's a really smooth bind. Yeah, so that's my Kaleidoscope socks. I have a little bit more to go until I get to the heel. So that's that. And finally, I have one more project that I cast on. I also did some winding of yarn this weekend, so I do have a couple more projects in the queue, almost ready to go. However, my Swift and ball winder are both basically at the end of their life, so I did a little bit of holiday shopping for myself, and I ordered new ones that are coming in the mail. I think they were supposed to come today, but they're actually coming tomorrow. So that'll hopefully allow me to wind up some yarn and do some casting on shortly. But before we get there, let me find the picture here. So the next thing I cast on are these socks. It's hard to kind of see in this picture what exactly they are. So let me see if I can find a picture. These other pictures are like right with the pattern. So I really can't show you, but basically they're called Knees Up and they're by Juju Vale, and I'll link it in the bottom probably tonight. And let's see, they basically are a pair of socks that uses 2 different yarns. So it's DK as well as fingering. And so the DK part is up at the top. And sorry, I was trying to make that seamless and I forgot to put the mic back on when I got back. So anyways, so the project is 2 different yarns. I've got DK, and this is an Expression Fiber Arts Mother of Pearl, and it is silk and is it cashmere and silk? Shoot, I can't remember. I give the details in the video over on Knit House Knitters podcast, but I also will have all the information in my project page. So I will, I'll link to that as well. And it's really hard to tell in the light, but there are little bits of purple. There's the light blue and the white. And these are gonna be for my wedding socks. And here they are cast on. So just real little bit done. And then I actually deviated from the pattern a little bit. I'm adding in a little bit of lace. Literally just one little yarn over, knit two together every so often. And I think right now the plan is to go like every other row. So it'll just be like a line of yarn over. I'm not sure how obvious that will be. I wasn't really hoping it would like spiral or do anything like that, but I'm not doing anything other than just like a yarn over, knit two together. So it might start to, yeah, it might start to spiral or do something funky, and that's okay. I probably wouldn't stop doing it just because of that, but I just wanted a little bit of extra something because the pattern itself wasn't all that fancy. So this is gonna be the top of the sock, the part that's gonna be outside the boot. And then this yarn here is Expression Fiber Arts. Okay, this is Cash Silk. So this is 10% silk, 15% cashmere, 75% wool, which the other one I think is alpaca silk. It's very soft and luxurious. So this is wool with cashmere and silk, and this is going to be the same yarn that I use for my bolero that I'm going to wear for my wedding. So with this, I'll make the foot of my sock with this. And so obviously when I'm wearing my shoes, you won't actually know about this yarn, but when the socks are separate, they'll match the bolero. I'm really happy about that. I hope that the socks, the top of them look nice. I'm expecting them to be a little slouchy. And my plan is to wear hiking boots because we're getting married outside in Yosemite. So I think hopefully that'll go really nice. So yeah, that's everything. Oh, the pattern from the sock, or for the socks, is in Pom Pom. This is the, I think it's summer 2017. And I got this as a gift as part of my Fiber Share gift. So yeah, that's everything for today. I did also want to give a shout out to my Fiber Share partner, Tiffany. Thank you so much. She sent me a little holiday gift, and I keep meaning to bring it and share it here on the podcast. And we just didn't have time when I went over to share with Lauren, and then today I forgot to grab the yarn. I think it's right over there, but I don't want to stop and get up and do that whole thing again. So thank you so much, Tiffany. That was so sweet of you. And everybody, if you want to go check out the Knit House Knitters podcast, I'd really appreciate it. And please follow and like, subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and or if you like the Knit House Knitters. We probably won't be doing a new video until the new year, but I would really love for you to subscribe, share, and let us know you're watching. So thank you so much. Have a good day. Happy holidays. Bye.